Well, hello, my big cup of coffee today. I wanted to come on and do something a little bit different for you. So I am going to show you how to make Witch's Blue Salt. Now, you've never seen me in this room, I don't believe. This is my kitchen. I apologise for the amount of light, but actually I make no apologies for the fact that I have lots of light pouring into my kitchen. So this is going to be more about what I'm doing rather than what the lighting's like. So Witch's Blue Salt. What, man? Okay, so Witch's Blue Salt is being used for thousands of years to reharmonise the energy, to protect yourself from the evil eye, and to bring in ritual and therefore control. Now, this is so easy to do. It's not going to feel like a spell. It's not going to feel anything that you're uncomfortable with. If at any point you're not sure whether you want to do this or you're able to do this, then drop me a message and I'll send some to you. So Witch's Blue Salt's really easy. I'm just going to move you slightly so you can see my stuff. You know what? This is so exciting. As a child, I really wanted to be on Blue Peter. I really, really wanted to. Not to get a badge or any of that shit. I wanted to be one of the presenters and I wanted to say things like, here's one I've made earlier. Well, I'm not going to have one that I made earlier because I'm going to make it right now because it's so simple. I use Witch's Blue Salt. I can't speak. I use Witch's Blue Salt to protect the perimeter of my property. So I go to the outside boundary at the end of my front garden, come all around my drive, encompassing my garage, and then all around my garden and over the other side of the garden wall. Now, just a word of warning, you are using salt. It's going to be great for getting rid of slugs, but maybe quite great at getting rid of plants as well. So just be careful where you're putting this. So basically, you need two things. You need salt and you need some blue flowers. So I have got Himalayan pink salt. So this is not going to be as blue as I would like because I forgot to get the white salt. I forgot to get the rock salt. So we've got Himalayan pink salt. So I'm just going to put a handful or so into my amazing pestle and mortar, which I absolutely love. I've had this for about 20 years. Funny how we get attached to things, isn't it? Yeah, especially funny how us women get really attached to kitchen equipment. I don't know. I've had a colander since I was at university. Is that weird? Please let me know if that's weird. So into the Himalayan salt, my hair's gone strange. I'm going to put some lavender because essentially you need salt and your second ingredient is dried blue flowers. So I am a grower of lavender anyway, and I create lavender bags, sleep bags for people. I use it in the bath. I use it as shake and vac. If you put it with bicarb, it's brilliant shake and vac for the carpet. I put it into my oil burner. When my wax melts have run out of smell, I just whack a bit of lavender in there. I can say here's some I made earlier. Oh, so this is the last lot of lavender from my garden from this summer. So it's got no water in it and it's just drying nicely. And that probably will get put away into a sealed container just before I put the Christmas decorations up. So that gives you an idea of how long I let it dry for. To the naked finger, it feels quite dry, but I'm pretty sure if I do that, it'll break. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, it's not actually pulling. When it's really dry, it will just come straight off in your hand. Say nothing. So, lavender. Here it is, the last lot of last year's lavender. As you can see, I'm quite the producer of lavender. If you need lavender for any of the products that you provide and you want some organically grown lavender grown within just about sight of the River Severn, then give me a shout because I've got shitloads in. So, right, get that open. And the smell, as soon as you open this, last year's lavender, sealed container, kilner jar, absolutely perfect for something like this. And we're just going to put a handful of lavender into the pestle and mortar as well. And then I like to give it a little bit of a mix, otherwise you're just squishing the lavender and nothing else. And then you're just going to do this. Sorry, it's going to get a bit noisy now. We're just going to do what you're supposed to when you put things in a pestle and mortar, and give it a bit of a smash about. Now, as I say, mine isn't going to go bright blue because I haven't used rock salt. So it's actually like a bit of an odd purpley colour. But what we're doing is we're breaking down the salt granules, and we are also breaking down the oils from the lavender. And if I lift this up, you can see that it's starting to come together already. Now, while you're doing this, you know, doing it really fast is good, but actually doing it slow with purpose is really important, because while you're making this, you are also setting the intention. And I am setting the intention of creating beautiful protection for my perimeter of my house. And that's going to allow me and my son to go in and out as we like. Everybody else is with the express permission of me. I've been doing this for 5-6 years. It really is the difference that makes the difference. Now, I'm kind of wishing I had made some earlier, because this could go on for ages of me just doing this. So, it doesn't need to be too rough. It doesn't need to be too perfect. Mine's got a beautiful shade of grey now. Pink sand and blue flowers obviously makes a beautiful shade of grey. So all I do with it now is take it from here. This is where it could all go horribly wrong, because it's incredibly heavy. So we're just going to put it into this. Now, some of you might recognise these. They were very, very big in the 70s, I believe. And used for dinner parties and peanuts and ashtrays and those kinds of things. Now, this belonged to my grandma, and I only have to hold it to feel her and to feel the energy. And that is increasing my intention setting from it just being about something I say to it being about something that I feel. Because my grandma watches over me, just like your grandmas watch over you. My grandma watches over me. This is going to go in the window for tonight, tomorrow night, and probably across the weekend. Because we're going to charge this with the full moon energy from tonight. And you can see it doesn't have to be perfect. There's some tiny little grains there and some really big grains there. It's not very blue, is it? I mean, to be fair, even when you do it with rock salt, it's not very blue either. But it's not about the colour. It's about what we can do. It's about how we can protect ourselves. It's how we can ensure that we are setting the right intentions in our lives. And it's really, really important, not just in business, but in life. So have a go, make your own. Once you've had it in light of the full moon energy for 2 or 3 days, then just put it wherever you want to. So around the perimeter of your house, outside. If you live somewhere where it's not easy to get to the outside, like you're in a terrace or something like that, then front and back is absolutely fine. If you're in a flat, something like this, but with a lid, and just put something by your front door and the biggest window, just to get that balance again. Ideally the front door and then the opposite window, so you're creating that through flow. I love the smell of this, I really do. It's gorgeous. It smells like more than lavender now. That's the only way I can really describe it. So the beginning of next week I will be putting this out in around my house, but just be careful where you put this. I treat it like you would any soft crystal, so don't put it outside, don't put it anywhere where there's lots of damp, like a conservatory, because it will turn to shit. So keep it nice and dry, keep it in the moon's light, and then do what you want with it. Let me know how you get on. I hope you've enjoyed this video.